Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Please ensure to like, share, and subscribe. And also click the bell notification in the top right-hand corner to be made aware anytime I upload tutorials or videos to YouTube. Alright, let's craft together. Hey guys, today I received a package from a sub. You already know it's my favorite. Anytime I get a sub, I'm excited. I love a sub products. Alright. And what I got is their tumbler set. So it comes with 4 tumblers, and then they give you the little cleaners and the metal straws, one for each tumbler. So you get 4 of those. And then you're going to get some heat tape. It's also going to come with shrink wrap. You got 4 sheets of shrink wrap in here. And then it has your instructions on what to do and not to do. And then it also has each tumbler in a cute little gift box, guys. Oh my God, it is so cute. So today we're gonna see how well these sub each tumbler is gonna come in its own little gift bag as well. So the little bag that you can put them back in once you're done. And here it is, 20-ounce skinny tumbler. So make sure you take your lids off before you put them in your convection oven or your mug press. I'm going to be using my convection oven. So I already have my image on my laptop. I'm using 8.5 by 11 sublimation paper. So I'm going to go ahead, and I've already got my image sized and everything. I'm going to go ahead and print it out. So give me one moment. And this image that I'm going to be using, guys, I created this image in on the Discord server from Midjourney. You guys know how I like to create my own images. So I'm using the Epson Workforce 7720. And making sure I got all my settings correcto. All right, now if you are seeing me for the first time and you need the complete process, guys, I have so many sublimation tutorials on how to sublimate excuse me, how to sublimate on 20-ounce skinny tumblers, and the sizing and everything. I put these on 8.4 by 9.6, 8.4 by 9.6, and I use Microsoft PowerPoint to do my skinny tumblers. All right, so I'm gonna print my image out. It is coming out here in a moment. I'm using the Epson Workforce 7720. This particular printer has been discontinued. However, you can find them, but they're really expensive. Excuse me. But I'm gonna let my image print out here. You wanna make sure, guys, that you are mirroring your design or your image before you print it out. So I have done all that and Microsoft PowerPoint, and you can kind of see my image back here on my laptop. That is the image that I'm going to be putting on my tumbler. So I'm going to get this printed out, and then I'm going to come right back. All right, guys, we have our image printed out here, and it says confidence. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this down. And you want to make sure when you first take your image off your printer that you don't put your hands on the ink, guys, because the ink is wet, and unknowingly you can pick up that ink and transfer it to a part of the image that you don't want to get ink on. So you always want to make sure when you're handling it that you're not touching where the actual ink is. Okay, so I'm just cutting this down to size here, just getting off. I always put like a little, when I'm using a white background, I always use a little border so I'll know where to cut my image. See that little line? And down there I just put a little border around it so that I can I know where I'm supposed to cut, because otherwise you're just going to have a white background and you're going to have to eyeball it to figure out where you need to cut. This helps me keep from having to eyeball it. But if you need to see the entire process, guys, from design to finish, I do have, like I said, several video tutorials that will teach you the complete process. But I didn't want to start from the very beginning on this one. I wanted to make it super quickie. All right, so here we have our design. And I already took some alcohol, guys. I always take alcohol with a cotton swab and wipe down my tumblers to make sure that I don't have any smudges or smears or something on here that is going to mess up my beautiful tumbler. And you want to make sure that you wrap that image around your tumbler, and you want to get it as nice and tight as possible, the image around your tumbler. Okay, now I have sublimation tape, not sublimation tape, heat tape, guys. I have heat tape already. So even though this package comes with heat tape, I'm not going to use that heat tape. I'm going to grab my heat tape that I already have on a roll. But just so that you know, you will receive heat tape if you get this set from Sub. And I'm going to put in the description, of this video the direct link where you can get this set of 4 tumblers, and it comes with everything that I have shown you in it. All right, so I'm making sure that I got this completely tight up against my tumbler, guys. You don't want any bubbles, any ridges. You don't want air to be able to escape at any cost. So even though it may not look like it, I'm wrapping this paper tightly around my tumbler. Let me grab my tape here. Alright, so I got my tape. And what you want to do is you want to close it off. So we're going to close it off. That's going to be where your seam would normally go. But the way we wrap this so tight, guys, we do it to where we don't end up with that seamy seam coming down the middle of our tumblers. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some heat tape here, and I'm going to start taping this off. Give me 1 second, and I'm going to show you guys what I am doing. All right, so tight around the tumbler, as tight as it can possibly get, and you're going to start taping this seam right here. Okay, you want to tape that seam before you tape off the top and the bottom. So we're going to tape seam, top, bottom, seam, top, bottom. You don't want air to be able to escape and get underneath here. because then you end up with what we call ghosting, and you don't want to do that. Now there's ways that you can, you know, look on the internet and see what you can do to still reuse a tumbler that has ghosting on it, but I don't want you to have to do that. I want you to get it right the first time. So once I get my tape down that seam, guys, I always take my nail and I just go down the seam to make sure that that tape is nice and tight down that seam. I'm just taking my nail and going down the seam, okay? Then I'm going to take a piece of heat tape and put it on the top and on the bottom. Just make sure you got that tape long enough. And we're going to put one piece at the top. Let me come down so you can see here. We're going to put one piece at the top and one piece at the bottom. I have my convection oven heating up, and even though I have my AC on, that convection oven ain't no joke. Okay, so we got heat tape at the top. I missed a little part right there. You want to make sure you get the entire thing taped up, and then you're going to go and push that tape down all the way around that bottom. Again, you don't want any air to be able to get underneath that bottom, okay? So what I like to do is I'll take mine and put it like on a flat surface and just twist my cup around or my tumbler around, and that's just to make sure that I get that tape nice and tight onto this tumbler. All right, and then I'm gonna get another piece of tape to do the top. Go around the top. Again, I'm pulling tightly, guys. Now I'm going to tell you what recommendations A-Sub has for their tumbler here, because these are new. A-Sub just started these Sublimation tumbler, 20-ounce tumbler blanks, and so I wanted to be able to test it out for you. All right, so I'm going down, making sure that I got that tape on the top nice and tight. Again, take a flat surface and just kind of press down to make sure that you got that tape nice and tight around that top, because again, you do not want any type of air to be able to get underneath there. If air gets underneath the guy, again, guys, you're going to have what we call ghosting, and it's not going to look nice on your tumbler. All right, so I'm going to give you the information per A-Sub. So they tell you to clean your tumbler, which I've already done, and then you want to mirror your image. So choose your mirror mode and print on sublimation paper with sublimation ink, which I'm doing. I'm using both sublimation ink and sublimation paper by A-Sub. And then you can see here they show you how to tape up yours, but if you tape it just right, guys, you really don't have to go across that way. But you know, if you want to be on the safe side, you can do that, but I go straight down. Okay, and then they're using a heat press, so if you're using a mug press, they tell you the instructions per the mug press. And then they also tell you you can sublimate the tumbler with an oven. You want to wrap the tumbler with the sublimation shrink wrap, preheat the oven to 302, and bake the tumbler for 3 minutes. Okay, please take the tumbler out using insulated gloves. I have my heat gloves here so that I don't burn myself. And then they give you some attention to detail down here, guys, things to pay attention to, close attention to when you're using their tumblers. Now, I'm going to leave mine in, guys. You can go with this 3 minutes. The only thing is, if yours didn't sublimate properly or as vibrant as it should, and you've already taken that the wrapping and everything off, you can't go back and put it back on and fix it. Okay, So I like to go for 3 minutes on one side, and then I rotate mine after 3 minutes for another 3 minutes to get full heat coverage on my particular tumbler, okay? And again, I'm using my convection oven, so you will see me actually put this in, and then at the 3 minute mark, I'm gonna take it out and I'm gonna rotate it 360 degrees, and then I'm going to let it go for another 3 minutes. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use the shrink wrap that they include in the packaging, only because I didn't bring my other shrink wrap that I already have over here. So you don't have to go out and buy anything additional to use this set, guys, which is really, really awesome. All you have to do is get your image and have your printer, your Sublimation printer or an inkjet printer that you've changed over to Sublimation, and have your ink and paper. Those are the only things that's not going to come with your set, of course. So you want to make sure you have those things in place. All right. Now, I'm going to go ahead and seal this on the top and the bottom. And then, I'm going to do that with my heat gun. I'm going to put my gloves on because I always get a little too close to my hands. And Mama can't have that. I don't want to be walking around with no burnt up hands. So we're going to, now I'm going to cut this on. I'm not going to be talking during it because you probably won't be able to hear me very well, but I'm going to show you how I'm using my heat gun to close this up on the top and the bottom, and to kind of get it a little bit snug. But you don't have to worry about the snugness, because once you put it in your convection oven, if you're using a convection oven, it's going to seal that anyway. All right, you want to make sure you don't get any, that you don't burn the shrink wrap and get any holes, because then that's going to allow the air to escape through. So you can see that I got it on there snug, but it'll get even snugger once I put it into the convection oven. So we're going to move over to the convection oven now. And again, you want to make sure that you have some heat gloves, guys, because if you're going to use the 6 minute mark like I'm going to be using, I'm going to do 3 and 3. You want to make sure that you don't stick your hands in there and turn this baby around. I'm going to put a little piece of, or I may not have to, I may use my metal sheet, but we're going to go ahead and move over to the convection oven. Another thing I recommend, guys, is a heat thermometer inside of your convection oven, because the heat thermometer will let you know the temperature inside of your convection oven to make sure that it is at the appropriate temperature. So I think I'm going to use this Teflon sheet here. And we're going to go ahead and put this baby in. Got it standing straight up. And we're going to go for 3 minutes. And then I'll come back at 3 minutes and I'll rotate it. And you'll be able to see me do that. Again, you guys see I got my gloves on. Do not use this without some type of heat gloves. Alright, see you in 3 minutes. Alright guys, I'm at the 3 minute mark. So I'm going to go in and rotate this baby. We're gonna let it go for 3 more minutes, and then I'll come back and we'll let it cool down and do the reveal together. All right, guys, our time is up. I'm gonna go ahead and take my tumbler out. And you should start to see the sublimation ink start to bleed through. So hopefully you guys can see that. I'm going to let it cool down, and then we're going to do the reveal together. All right, guys, our tumbler is completely cooled. You can see I can handle it with my bare hands now. We're going to go ahead and take off this shrink wrap. And we're going to see how well the A-Sub tumblers sublimated. I'm excited, y'all. All right, let me get some scissors to help me out here. I'm going to use my little weeding tool to kind of get a grip on everything I got going on. Let's see if I can get it right enough. There we go. All right. Pull this down so you guys can see. All right. Oh, colors are vibrant. All right. And you want to be careful on your tumblers, guys, with your nails or anything sharp, because you can scratch the coating on your tumbler, and you do not want to do that. So be careful when you're using things to help you get your papers and stuff off. Ooh, I'm getting excited, y'all. It's looking good. So when I'm pulling away from the tumbler, not putting the weeding tool down, face down. I'm pulling outward, not inward. All right. See where my little seam was. All right. We're almost there. Ooh, y'all, it is so pretty. All right. Over here where you guys can see it. All right. There we have it, y'all. Look how pretty that is. Oh, it's so pretty. It is so pretty. All right, it says confidence on the bottom, and I just adopted the colors from the tumbler into the words so that it will all be cohesive instead of having one solid word in one solid color, or having the word in one solid color. But that turned out amazing, guys. Amazing. Confidence, something we can all use. Oh my God, I hope you guys can see those colors. They are absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to put this on my spinner thing here so that you guys can actually see it better. And I'm going to go ahead and close out this video tutorial. So again, this is A Sub. They are new to doing the 20-ounce sublimation tumblers. I will put the link in the video description so that you guys can purchase this 20-ounce tumbler kit. Again, it's going to come with your tumbler. It's going to come with your shrink wrap. It's going to come with your heat tape. It's also going to come with instructions. It's going to come with your little gift looking boxes to put it back. So we're going to put this together. I'm going to show you here. And it's going to come with the little cleaning tool for your metal straw. So that'll come in there as well. And so we're going to go ahead and place that lid back on just like that. And then you have your little plastic covering. You can just pop that in there just like that. And then you can take it and put it right back into the gift box. And wow, it is ready to go, guys. It is ready to go. And don't forget to put your metal straw, because it's not going to fit inside of your box. But don't forget to put that in there. If you are, you know, selling these, don't forget to give your customer their straw in their straw cleaner. Okay, but that's it, guys. It comes with everything you need besides your printer, of course, your image of choice, and your ink and paper, sublimation paper. And then you guys saw I used a convection oven. Some people say they use their real oven. I don't. I do not put anything in my oven that I craft with. So I use that convection oven specifically for sublimation. Okay, so I don't use that for cooking. All right, but you can also use your mug presses to do this as well. All right, guys, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. You guys know my motto. And before I give it to you, I want to make sure that I say thank you to all of you that are following me via my Facebook group, Ken Dorsey's Cricut and Creative Crafters, and also thank you to those of you that are subscribed to my YouTube channel. And if you would like to join my Facebook group, it is Ken Dorsey's Cricut and Creative Crafters. It will be linked in the description of this video tutorial. All you have to do is click on the link and agree to the group rules, or the Facebook group rules. And then if you're seeing me for the first time, you like my method of teaching, or you've heard about me, then please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well, because the more the merrier. All right, so guys, chime in the comments. Let me know what you think about the A Sub 20-ounce sublimation skinny tumblers. And yeah, you saw the whole process minus me just deciding what image I wanted to use, which I already had all that worked out. But you can go back to my playlist on my YouTube channel and you'll see where I've done plenty of tumblers, sublimation tumblers, and I walk you through the entire process, including where I print my design from in Microsoft PowerPoint. My image was an 8.4 by 9.6. That was the size of my image, and you see it fit perfectly around my tumbler. All right, guys, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. You guys know my motto is each one reach one, so that each one can teach one. And you guys have an amazing day. Bye.